participating.
Yeah, so the goal is to get a site up on Stack Exchange that is called agriculture.stackexchange.com. We will need to meet some minimal requirements that are listed in a screenshot in the document. I've shared the document as well, and we'll look at it at the end of the recording. We need to get the follower count up to 5, which we already achieved, so that's good. We need to get at least 40 sample questions. I've asked 5 questions. Those are the ones you see here with 0 votes, because I'm not allowed to vote on my own questions, of course. And you see 3 others asked by Ilya and another user that I don't know the name of, which I've already uploaded. So what we need to do as a group is to ask those questions and upvote the questions of others. And then the site will become to a point where we can commit to it. At that time, we need to tell Stack Exchange that we want to commit to this site becoming live. And then they will move it to the beta stage if we meet the requirements. So ask questions, upvote the questions of others, and follow the proposal. That's all you need to do.
Okay. And the questions should be related to agricultural.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think we have enough experts to ask those 40 questions, but having a few questions of even somewhat lower quality does definitely not hurt. So if you can think of a question about agriculture that you're curious about, just add it here. There can never be too many questions.
And if the proposal goes through immediately, it goes to the users. They worldwide, or how was it?
Yeah, so once the site passes the commitment stage and goes into beta, anyone can ask and answer questions. Well, I think you need like a minimum of 10 or 20 reputation to answer questions, but you need 0 reputation to ask questions. So as soon as we go into beta, we can start publishing it and asking like the broader community to ask questions there. And to answer them, you will need to show a little bit of expertise. Once we get to that point, I'll probably record another video to show how that process works. It will be mostly up to the experts to answer the questions, of course, but anyone that has enough reputation can answer. And if it's a bad answer, it will just be downvoted or edited, which is fine. So, but at this point, it is impossible to do more than create a question title. And later, once the site goes into beta, the questions will be elaborated upon and answered. So it will be a bit like a wiki. But at this point, it's just giving sample questions and making sure that the definition of what the site intends to be is correct.
Okay. So it will be like any question. So does it have two sides? Like the person asking the questions, is it like is it attached to some AI elements that when somebody asks the question, like it is with the ChatGPT, is it like somebody asks the questions, the AI respond the questions, or there is another person behind to answer the questions?
The second one. So there will be, it is a community-driven knowledge base, and both questions and answers are generated by the community. We could use the answers that ChatGPT offers and post them as answers to the questions, but that will be a human interaction. There's no AI connected internally.
Okay. And it can it ask any questions, like when we take an example, we're in Turkana, and this might be quite different from the environment, agricultural environment, where the experts are. Will they be possible for, answering the questions right from this other context here, local context in Turkana, where it is arid, this site?
Yes, that's a good question. So some of the experts are knowledgeable about multiple climates, but I expect that questions at some point need to be categorized into different climates, different contexts. So for that, we will be able to introduce tags once the site goes into beta phase. And then experts can follow a certain tag that they feel confident they have the answers for and answer mostly the questions in that context. But right now, I would say yes, any questions are welcome. And I think also that having questions about arid climates like you face in Kenya is actually going to make the whole site more valuable. So please just ask them.
Okay. Yeah, pretty well. And if the questions come particularly, does it have? Do we have to share the link to others to keep signing up, or the number is we are okay with that number?
Right now, I'm okay with this number, but if you know experts that can want to come up with clever questions, of course, you can feel free to share it with them, because joining the proposal, following it, committing to it is public. Everybody can do it. It's a community thing. So we don't want to exclude anyone from that. The only remark I would make with that is that if somebody is not an expert, they just want to ask a question and receive a quick answer, it cannot be done on the proposal. It can only be done once the site goes into staging phase. So or in beta phase. So if people have a really concrete need and want a quick answer, they might be disappointed by the current user experience. So my recommendation is to only ask people that are committed to making this site work, and experts that want to be in on it as soon as possible.